people, welcome to another edition of that finger-tapping frenzy that we all know and love as WWE SuperCard. Me, Big Jim, here at BadLadDad HQ. It's a last man standing. It didn't look like it was going to be a last man standing, but it is a last man standing, albeit not someone that a lot of people seem too enthusiastic about. But if there's an NXT champion to be had, let's get him in. I don't need me to tell you who it is because I'm sure you've already started playing. But what is good to see is that they're giving out these little free reveals and blocks as well with the free packs. So that's good news. And just before I get on to doing a bit of... there he is! TC himself! Before we get on to a bit of that, just for a bit of updated news, I finally had a pull. It's been a few days since I've had a pull. I finally had a pull the other day, and it was Rowan. It was Rowan. I seem to be pulling every card from the bottom third of the list when it comes to SummerSlammy. But more importantly than that, just going back to the weekend, because I've not seen you since the weekend. Been a busy boy, away from home, working. So there you can see I did get Samoa Joe, but I didn't fully power him up in anticipation of there being a last man standing, just in case. And there was a bit of doubt at the start of the week, and when we didn't get that LMS bonus pack yesterday, which some people get to try and boost their chances, talk was, well, perhaps it's not happening. Well, now it is happening. So hopefully that's going to help me with my deck, because my deck is still very much Goliath Pro biased. As you can see, both my females, there's the event Baxter and the Fusion Mickey James. They're helping out in my... I'm talking about my 8 cards here, obviously, not my last man standing deck. Sorry, I should have made that clearer. But the frustrating thing is, because I've been away, I've been trying to do as much gameplay as I can while I've been away, but I'd got myself into SummerSlam 18 plus because I'd had 3 momentum slots from the last PvP. But this time round, I just hadn't had a chance to do it. In fact, what happened was, I didn't get home till late Saturday evening, and so Sunday became my grinding day to try and get Samoa Joe. And obviously I got him. Then went into heroic mode. This is all on Sunday, whilst obviously trying to do family things at the same time. And I was playing through till about 3 o'clock in the morning, the Sunday night, Monday morning, this UK time, and then just fell asleep halfway through the heroic upgrade. So I got the SummerSlam, both SummerSlam cards from the run through, but just ran out of stamina for that last leg. But I got him as a pro, so you know, I can't complain too much. But yeah, getting on to last man standing, last Big Jim standing. As you can see, my female's nice run of Goliaths, so I didn't really particularly want to push myself into a position where it's expecting me to have some SummerSlam female pros, SummerSlam 18 female pros. I suppose we have to specify these days. And as you can see, Samoa Joe have powered up just enough that he's better than all of my Goliath pros, but he's not fully powered up. It's still got a way to go. So hopefully it doesn't mean I'm going to face, in the latter stages of last man standing, I'm not going to face too many pros from the SummerSlam 18 tier. Now I know quite a few of you, not just some of you, quite a few of you aren't bothering with last man standing. You're either not TC fans, or you're not LMS fans, you're not fans of initials for things. So you're just not giving it a go. I know quite a few of Team BadLadDad are just taking the weekend off. But for me, after missing out on Bret Hart in the first weekend, and not getting the heroic upgrade for Samoa Joe, again, you know, away through work and what have you, and trying to look after the family, so I really need to put some time in this weekend. I've got no work lined up. A last man standing should be doable, while still balancing a bit of proper life into the weekend as well. So I'm going to give that a crack, see how I get on. I very much need it as well, because I need to get back into SummerSlam 18 plus as quickly as possible. What's quite funny is one of the lads from Team BadLadDad, Pod, he, like me, it took him 10 days to get a refresh, to get a pull from a reset on SummerSlam 18 tier. Felt like a tour of duty, which was a ridiculous amount of time to have to wait, considering we were doing, there was the team events, there was Team Battleground, there was the normal events, and again, you know, I said I missed out on the heroic mode for this latest Ring Dommy Dim Dom, but I still played all the way through. I still got 5 cards effectively and was halfway through heroic mode. Plus doing the team event, team battleground, sorry, event, and trying to do a little bit of PvP to try and play catch up on that as well. So regardless of anything else I've done through the week, just that amount of gameplay itself over a weekend, you would hope that you get some sort of pull going. But game didn't want to know, did not want to know, does not want to give Big Jim any cards. And all the cards that I'm pulling, almost without exception, and I've got Goldberg. I was happy to see Goldberg land, but just about every other card I've had has been low ranking, not a sniff of a pro anywhere. I've got a feeling for me, it happens to people, I've got a feeling for me that it's going to be one of those tiers where it just doesn't work. You're just not getting what you need. Now what I was going to say was Pod on Team BadLadDad, he was the same as me, it took 10 days to get his first reset. And then since then, he's got absolutely bonkers. I mean, he's had some have been within like 7 resets of a previous pull. It's got to the stage where he thinks that his version of the game is actually glitched, because he's getting so many pulls. It's a nice position to be in. I wouldn't mind sharing that kind of bad luck. It's a good kind of bad luck. Having said that, and I've mentioned Team Battleground a few times, the search for the tier card goes on. They're just not giving out any SummerSlam 18 cards to us. As you can probably tell, these are very early stages of Last Man Standing. I've only just started tapping away at it, and I'm not paying particular attention to what I'm doing. So I'm chatting to you guys. So I'm not employing any particular tactic here other than just race through these lower matches, which are fairly low point scoring, whatever you do. And if I do blow it by hitting an object, so be it. I'm not going to worry about it. Not at this stage. It's in the later stages where the big points are to be had. The big bucks are to be made. We're talking of big bucks. Not quite big bucks, but prizes. The draw has been done for the winner of the copy of 2K18 that was up for grabs in our competition. And I made a separate video just to do that and showed you the draw process as well, so people can see it's all done properly and above board. So that's on another video that's going out today. So if you did enter that competition, then you can tune into that, see if you've won. You lucky person you. Or see if you've lost, in which case you're not so lucky. But, you know, what the hell. We do these things, we have a bit of a laugh. If you don't enter, you can't win. So it's just fun getting involved. And come on, he says, getting cross with his game already. It's just fun getting involved in these comps, and I have to say a big thank you to 2K Games for donating the prize on that. But here's a reminder that me and Ninja will be doing some 2K19 when it's released. I believe it's October the 9th. 2K19 comes out in the UK. Well, you can get a Woo edition, which I think comes out 4 days earlier, which by process of elimination and deduction would be October the 5th. And we plan to do some gameplay there. I'm looking forward to the Daniel Bryan showcase mode. Ninja Boy is very much wants to get stuck into a career mode, so there will certainly be some bits and pieces coming from us over these next few weeks as we look forward to 2K19. But back to now, shall I bank that? Shall I bank it, bank it, bank it? Can't bank. I'm going to bank what I'm going to get from this. It's about time I started banking things. Is it worth banking little points? It's not really worth banking little points, is it? So you guys out there in the big, brave SuperCard world, are you going to bother with this? Let's bank those actually. It's not too bad, is it? 500 points. It's not bad. Better than a poke with a blunt stick. Are you going to do Last Man Standing? It's going to be interesting to see after, say, Friday evening-ish, a couple of days into it, see how it's going and see how far up the points ranking will be, because I'll be doing some casual gameplay. I won't do the main gameplay till the weekend. Be interesting to see whether people are just ignoring it or whether they're giving it a real good go. I mean, we do, of course, have the promise of a tier pack from Cat Daddy for all the different network maintenance problems that we've had recently. I'm assuming by a pack of your tier means it could be a card from the tier you're in right now, but it could equally be a card from about 15 tiers below. So if you're SummerSlam 18, it could be epic to SummerSlam 18. It's not saying a guaranteed tier card, is it? So I won't get too excited, but you never know. You never know just what we might get from those good people at Cat Daddy. But what we don't want anymore is any more network maintenances. We've had, I think, far too many occurrences in recent weeks where we've been starting events, and of course people lost their King of the Ring progress. There's quite a few people I know who were in a King of the Ring that either got kicked out or some who were close to winning and obviously didn't get their just rewards. So there's a few people not happy about that, and but it's difficult, I guess, for Cat Daddy to know what to do, because if they can't tell who was in a King of the Ring and who wasn't, they kind of have to give out blanket compensation. Because I'm certain if they said, oh, just let us know if you're in a King of the Ring, that 99% of people who play SuperCard would say, oh yeah, I was in the final. Yeah, I was winning. I was in the final. I was winning. So they can't give everyone a top prize, I guess, because you're then flooding the game with too many SummerSlam cards. But I'm guessing there are some people who aren't really playing much who are going to get a nice surprise in their rewards, and some people who are in a King of the Ring and have been playing non-stop day by day by day, and they're going to get an ultra rare card or something and not be very happy at all. Well, I guess that's the way the cookie crumbles for this game. I think that's the frustration. Frustration with WWE SuperCard is we still love the game, and much as things go wrong and the game breaks down and sometimes your pack luck stinks, like Team Battleground, certainly it stinks, and people spending good money on packs and don't get anything, say, from the top tiers or the tiers they wanted. The bottom line is we're all still playing. We're 4 years in to this. 4 years in. Actually, I would be interested to hear. It's an interesting question for me. It may not be an interesting question for you. Interesting question for me is SuperCard. All right, is that both of them gone? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Okay, so we can just gamble away now. SuperCard has been going 4 years, as you well know, and we're kind of approaching the end of season 4. Last year it was about November time, wasn't it, when season 4 kicked off. So coming up to the end of a 4th year, how many other mobile games are you playing that were 4 years old or older? Because there's been plenty of other WWE games coming along. There was WWE Immortals, if you remember. There's WWE Champions. There was the tapping one, not this finger tapping frenzy, the other finger tapping frenzy. There's been quite a few that have come and gone, and some that still exist. They're just sort of dying a slow, painful death. But SuperCard, still going. But I'm not just talking WWE games. There's a game I play which is a Walking Dead game, Road to Survival, which is just celebrating its 3rd anniversary. So that's something that I still play on iPad. I play that every day, so that's something I'm still very keen on. I don't know if you actually want to see a video on how I'm doing on that. Walking Dead Road to Survival. Do any of you guys play it? Let me know in the comments down below how you're getting on. But yeah, I play that every day. That's my kind of secret guilty pleasure, because I don't make videos about it, because it means I can just play it when I want it and I don't have to update anyone about it. I can just play for 4 hours, or I can play for half an hour. But that's the one game, in addition to WWE SuperCard, that I've been playing regularly over the years. As I say, other games have come and gone. SuperCard, coming up to the end of year 4, have you got anything to match it? Have you been playing anything else the whole time you've been playing SuperCard? Is SuperCard the longest lasting mobile game? I'm obviously not talking console games here, I'm talking mobile games. Is it the longest lasting mobile game that you've been partaking in? I've really not been paying much attention to what it's just crossed my mind here. I've got no idea what I've been doing. I'm just so lost in my own world. talking about mobile games and what I'm going to have for dinner, and indeed saying cheers to you guys. Thinking I could do with a sip of beer. I'm not really paying attention to what I've been doing, but again, it's early stages. It's like road to glory. You sit there like a zombie and just tap on it for hours. Right, okay. So what, we're going to get about 500 points from this by the time we've got through these 4. Probably a bit more than that, actually. Yes, anyway, mobile games. 4 years and going strong still. SuperCard, I guess, has to be up there for the longest surviving game that I've stuck with. And then Road to Survival, Walking Dead Road to Survival, is the second longest. Then after that, it's just a whole mishmash. Oh, I guess Clash Royale. I do like a little dabble. What I like about Clash Royale is you can just like jump in. You can play for 2 minutes. You can play for half an hour. That's something where you don't have to log in every day. You don't have to be doing an event. You can just please yourself when you want to play, and it's good to have something like that to hand. And yeah, obviously you don't have to pay a single penny either. You can just be boosting the sprites that you've got to fight on your behalf, just with general gameplay, collecting gold on bits and pieces. You don't have to be buying stuff, which, let's face it, when it comes to mobile games, is a winner in our book when you don't have to buy stuff. I'll just come up to the last one here, and then I shall get out of your faces and let you get on with your evenings, whatever it is you're doing. I'm anticipating, what am I going to go for here? You see, my Ric Flair was 388. I'll have a look in a sec. Let's just collect this. Just collect these bits and bobs. Right, okay. On to another one. Don't want to bother with that. So we shall say ta-ta for now. Just go into my cards. The King of the Ring. It's pointless me being in King of the Ring right now with SummerSlam, because the people I'm facing have got 4 or 5 SummerSlam 18 pros, and it's pointless. At the very start of this tier, I was getting to finals. I actually won a couple of King of the Rings and SummerSlam 18. Since then, it's been all downhill in a rather rapid fashion. Right, my cards. What was I going to look at? I was just going to have a look at the event cards on Goliath. So Roman Reigns was 332. Ricky Boy was 388. I was a bit slack there on Randall Keith, 1627, and it was going, wasn't it, in WrestleMania? Yeah, of course it was. 889. It's a shame that wasn't 888. Could have had 888 for Triple H. I noticed that before. 200 on Bautista, and Braun was 359. So quite a few in the 300 to 350 bracket. That seems to be what I've been getting previously. So I guess that's what I should be aiming for this time round. Don't you? Don't you think that's what I should be aiming for? Or should I not be doing it? Oh, these singles. Single. The single life is not always a good thing, particularly when you're playing WWE SuperCard. So there we have it, people. Let me know how you're getting on down below. As I say, I'd be interested to find out what mobile games you've been playing, either longer than WWE SuperCard or for a decent amount of time. By a decent amount of time, I'm talking at least 2 years plus. For me, Walking Dead Road to Survival, bit of Clash Royale as well. But beyond that, be interested to hear what other games have kept your attention. And that's it for now. Thanks ever so much for watching. You know what to do, people. If you like the video, give me a few likes down below. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed before. Why haven't you subscribed? Get subscribing down below. Of course, there's social media. There's Instagram, there's Twitter, there's Facebook. Check out the competition winner video for 2K18. That's going to be posted just after this vid, so you'll see it out today. Until I see you next time, you stay cool.